Yeah, it's your boy Maserati, man, aka 50 States.
Bow!
Yeah. Nowadays, you gotta watch out who you be around. Your best friend will set you up, man, these niggas clowns. Nowadays, you gotta watch out who you be around. Your best friend will set you up, man, these niggas clowns. Bitch made a deal with the Commonwealth. It didn't even really care about her fucking health. How you snitched on a fucking plug, man? And all I did was show love, use a dub, man. A Spencer calls, a Spencer jewelry, man, I had you lit. While you was on back page trying to get a trick. Before I came down this bitch, you was fucking crying. Talking about you lost your job and about to lose your car. Then had the nerves to get mad up in that hotel. It's your boy Maserati, man, aka 50 States.
Bow!
Yeah. Nowadays, you gotta watch out who you be around. Your best friend will set you up, man, these niggas clowns. Nowadays, you gotta watch out who you be around. Your best friend will set you up, man, these niggas clowns. Bitch made a deal with the Commonwealth. It didn't even really care about her fucking health. How you snitched on a fucking plug, man? And all I did was show love, use a dub, man. A Spencer calls, a Spencer jewelry, man, I had you lit. While you was on back page trying to get a trick. Before I came down this bitch, you was fucking crying. Talking about you lost your job and about to lose your car. Then had the nerves to get mad up in that hotel. Cause I fell asleep in that other bitch pussy, oh well. 6'9", Billy Otto, y'all gon' get them shells. I sold my soul to the devil.
Call it an egg, that's my mafia twin from Jordan Downs. Raise a finger, that's on gorillas, bitches going down. You politicking on instant, I'm out loading rounds. Smoke his brother, smoking his brother, now we in the cloud. Get our freestyle in the courtroom, Brody lost his trial. Doing dope all around the kid, so she lost her child. See, this mafia way of living, it's just our lifestyle. It ain't no waiting, I'm impatient, let's get busy right now. Okay, diamonds dancing, it's off a lick, I like to rob people. Keep it on me, unfortunately, I done shot people. Not legal, nigga, I'm a spinner, we are not equal, non-lethal. John Cena the poor, I could not see. Long live to leave a hood boy was quick to squeeze a trigger. If your son ever hungry, doggy, I kill for that nigga. I die for the street that I post on with my killers. That is not my baby. Lately I've been focused on skill. I can't tell you what, just know the code word is DJing. That's a highlight play, buddy, we gon' replay it. Well known gorillas from my city, they know we famous. You ain't talking no money, get in line and keep waiting, keep hating. I promise it's coming, little Larry, be patient. I had to cut this bitch off, she got feelings attached. I burn this motherfucker down to the ground to build collapse. Don't listen to your music, that shit weak and I'm knowing it's cap. 5.56 fly out ARP, ain't no holding these back. You speaking on my dead, it's okay, you for surely getting smacked. Don't need a microphone, but you know it's for solely a rap. Big eye busters, the enemies is for soaking wet. Don't believe none of your story, that shit make believe. 223s, you ain't ducking nothing, this could shoot through trees. Cold word, mental cycle, I came to make a pussy bleed. It ain't a bitch on this earth I'm gon' ever meet. I tell down they ever run up on me, shit, I ain't having it. You sir not a killer, we heard you did that shit on accident. I told these niggas I'm from Gorilla Gang Mafia. Yo, BM keep watching me, tell her put down them binoculars. I beef with the whole city, give a fuck about being popular. Not affiliated with none of my people, so we robbing. I get busy with two, they start calling me the problem solver. I'm a real life spark, but don't worry, twin, that's on my daughter. Hey, why you dissing me on the net? We from the same city. Always leave a house with it on me, yes it came with me. Ain't trying to catch a body, you should not come playing games. I'm a rock star with a drum, so you know I got it on stage. Outside thugging on this block, cause I have no home. Kill a nigga playing with my bro if he right or wrong. Stand dead in his face and that's his fuck nigga, what's happening? That could donkey in this club, it's okay, we get to dragging niggas out. If it get tricky, shit I'm passing, it's time to pass on the house. If you can lie dead in my face, I can smack you dead, no mouth. You off this pistol, I don't believe you gon' shoot it. I ain't breaking nothing down, if you want it, dog, we into it. Been a couple times they had me, fortunately they blew it. Trying to keep my mind inside of my head, cause usually I lose it. Think you really gon' touch me, you must be motherfucking stupid. Chop a bigger dispute, you get a boner. Call it an egg, that's my mafia twin from Jordan Downs. Raise a finger, that's on gorillas, bitches going down. You politicking on instant, I'm out loading rounds. Smoke his brother, smoking his brother, now we in the clouds. Played our freestyle in the courtroom, Brody lost his trial. Doing dope all around the kid, so she lost her child. See, this mafia way of living, it's just our lifestyle. It ain't no waiting, I'm impatient, let's get busy right now, okay? Gang,
Yeah.
Gonna turn up today on this show, man. Ain't gonna be too long. We're gonna get to it, man. Boy, LUCE, he out of his mind.
Right now, and that's just on the face. Sell it all right now, it all be gonna day.
Will he do his time?
The customer service, we don't make them wait.
Or is he gonna drop it down?
We constantly serving big and him play. We constantly serving
Old
big and him
Greedo, man, get stuck up with his jewels, man.
Stay out the way. I just got some pounds and I got some yay. Real niggas around, you look out of place. Get a quarter bit right now, and that just on the face. Sell it all right now, it all be gone today. Good customer service, we don't make them wait. We constantly serving big and hammer play. We constantly serving big and hammer play. I come from the bottom, I say with a drink. Got a switch to Lemon Carter, he just wanna bang. I just want the paper, I don't wanna hang. That boy that met the world, now he's up to pain. I just met your girl, she left with a stranger. Soon we shot it up, she knew I was gangster. I don't take no threats or no ultimatums. If you talking shop, you talking my language. Cop ship, hit half liter of the road. Big earner, but I used to be an underdog. Don't keep 100, that's why I don't fuck with y'all. You come try to strike, you gon' get a gutter ball. Losing all my fucking life, I can't take another loss. Grinding all winter, I don't take the summer off. Putting that's to make a half brick, do a somersault. He's special, he just fuck around and run 100 up. Add it up, I'm a real nigga just to sum it up. You can't be with me, little homie, you ain't done enough. Hey, Joey, can you throw me something? No, not at all. But if you cop folk, I might take 100 off. Sold his ass headbanger, get some Tylenol. You get pulled when you leave here, then I am not involved. Put the bands around my neck to make it freeze up. If my grandma was here to see me, she say Jesus. She was busy see me with that money and she freed up. Miss me with that little boy Larry shit, I ain't no peon. Plug on the way, damn it took him an eon. For a bonus price, I need something we can agree on. Put a brick in the cripple crossface. Fuck it up, tryna cook it, nigga, that's the all base. You push it always, hitting plays are always. Giving out quarters like a motherfucking arcade. Listen to your pockets, nigga, fuck what your heart say. Yeah, I keep that vibe on my fucking dark days. Me and my pistol will never part ways. Me and my pistol will never part ways. I just stay down and stay out the way. I just got some pounds and I got some yay. Real niggas around, you look out of place. Quarter brick right now and that's just on the face. Sell it all right now, it all be gone today. Good customer service, we don't make them wait. We constantly serving big and don't play. We constantly serving big and
yeah. We in this motherfucker, man. Bone, shoulder, fast. Gang in this bitch.
Yeah, we about to get started, man, after this.
Fresh up out the body, it's a situation. Mask on, cause them cameras can't see niggas' faces. Close mouth, cause them feds pick up niggas' cases. Put in work, extra points for participation. Niggas hating, diamonds change, they look real amazing. Bitches waiting, condom off, she can really taste it. You niggas basics, we got codes, something like the Masons. Baby said I got the glow, don't look like I'm Asian. Back to back foreigns, no passports. Trooped up, got more guns than a task force. Look, I got more money than your favorite rapper. Biggs asked me about my bitch, it almost made me slap her. Can't have you around my crips if you ain't no factor. Probably rob you for your shit, I know a gang of snatchers. I fucked your bitch and you the one she named her baby after. Quarterback into these hoes, cause I ain't afraid to pass them.
Spit the double back, bitch, we back again. Fresh up off of pass, finna pass again. 200 on my neck, I'm feeling like I'm him. VVS is road goal, shooter for the win. Yo nigga looking stressed, I cannot be him. You a bum or a boss, how you wanna live? Speaking on that pass, it was about to end. Talking about that bitch, I almost fucked her friend.
Nigga, if you flexin', then you flexin'. Throw your hood up if you a nigga in your section. Nigga, if you flexin', then you flexin'. Throw your hood up if you a nigga in your section.
Huh? Nigga, if you flexin', then you flexin'. Throw your hood up if you a nigga in your section, huh? Nigga, if you flexin', then you flexin'. Throw your set up if you a nigga in your section, huh?
She hit me late night, I'm pulling up, I'm with that.
She already knowing. I'ma
make
make
her
her
climax.
climax. Bitch, I'm him, I'm not them. Please don't get attached. I'm not nigga out of bust and then double back. Yo, nigga lame and he weak. He love to complain. I'm not nigga that get money. You doing the same. Got me flexing in this bitch. Feel like Rick James. 1942. We just made a toast. My nigga shooter in this bitch. He doing the most. Got a call from this bitch. She from East Coast. Taylor Port got me drunk. I'm finna get ghost. Best believe I'm in my mirrors and my windows. Nigga, if you flexin', then you flexin'. Throw your hood up if you a nigga in your section. Nigga, if you flexin', then you flexin'. Throw your hood up if you a nigga in your section.
Nigga, if you flexin', then you flexin'. Throw your hood up if you a nigga in your section, huh? Nigga, if you flexin', then you flexin'. Throw your set up if you a nigga in your section, huh?
Yo, what it do? Got my boy Push in the building, man. What's up?
What's good, bro?
Oh man, made it almost making it down through another week, man. We above the ground. That's a good thing. Smoking good. If y'all out there drinking, please don't drink and jive. Hope you drinking good, not that rip gut. Today, man, it's Thursday. Thirsty Thursdays, man. So I'm trying to stay consistent, but I'm not gonna be doing so many shows through the week. You know, we got a lot of other shit we be doing, but trying to bring it down to like maybe 3 shows and not have them so long. But we got some content that's been floating around YouTube, the internet. Shit's wild, man. Y'all know, y'all see it out there. Looking like some of the your favorite personalities is locked up, awaiting trial. Looking like, you know, somebody gonna be doing some calendars. Big U looking at a alleged unaliving and plus extortion and racketeering and all that other shit. We got Brick Baby looking at some gun charges, shit like that. Maybe some money exchange or whatever, shit like that, you know, other things. And Loose Cannon, man, you got a few charges too, man. You got that incident that happened in No Jumper. You got some shakedowns, you know, jacking, robberies, assault. He got warrants. He got a lot of shit on his jacket. Was the reasons why both of them dudes and all of them got denied bail. And O3 Greedo got his chains taken. They said that they got his chain, his watch, rings, all that. They got his whole kit random. So, you know, you hear about a rapper getting they shit taken, you like, damn, somebody just caught him slipping, pulled up. You know what it is, right? And you know, nothing is worth nothing. Your life is not worth no chain or nothing like that. So, you know, but nah, I heard he got robbed in his own hood. Guess he came back to the block, show some love, I guess. You know what I'm saying? His presence, and the niggas wasn't feeling it, from what I'm hearing. But you know, he ain't been contributing to the hood, to the block. So you know, they had to take that off of him. I guess it was a deposit or something, I don't know. Parting gift. They took that off that nigga. Yo, Eddie boy, he goes to Loose Cannon's bail hearing, and that nigga Loose Cannon go ape shit in there, putting it on 6-0, all this other shit. Or you know, you would think like Push, like, you trying to get bail, why you gonna go in there and let the judge know that you really what they say you is in these papers? You know what I'm saying? You supposed to go in there, you know, on some, hey, I'm a good citizen, you know, I ain't here to start no trouble, I ain't know none of that. Nah. So documentary put out from 504 Street Stories, man. Salute to them, go run over there. But it looked like he done broke it down on why Loose Cannon is loose in the head. You know what I'm saying? A little off.
It sounds off.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He get it from his daddy, stunting like a daddy. And yeah. We got a few other things, but we're gonna try to get through this real quick. Ain't gonna be too long on it. But shit, let's get to it, man. Oh, we gotta start with a little bit of comedy. This guy right here just popped up out the blue. His name is King Pill. He explains his beef with 4 extras. This is a wild character. This is like one of those creative players. He just popped out, you know what I'm saying?
I remember a couple years ago, Rico Reckless goes on podcast and starts talking about how when he's locked up in the county jail or whatever, that dudes will spit on somebody's ass after they knock him out. And like, leave it to LA to think of something even.
Oh yeah, man, they talking about some crazy ass, off the wall, freaky shit, man. What's up with y'all niggas, man?
More depraved.
Like I said, man, anybody doing those kind of rituals and shit, you just a freaky ass dude. You feel me? He's a freaky ass guy. He's a freaky ass guy. You feel me? He gotta be. Think about it, Adam.
No, I agree. I think almost everybody who's not conditioned to be in the jail environment thinks it's the craziest thing they ever
Right,
heard.
bro. Think about it. You opening this, like, how's that? That's not really humiliating. That's just freaky, bro.
It's almost humiliating to the person doing it.
And then if you wake up with peanut butter in your ass and your ass hurt, you for sure had a mother peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
That's motherfucking peanut butter shit.
The craziest thing about it is the fact that the same people who thought this idea up are the same people who will tell you that everything is gay. That like, oh, the jokes you're making are gay. White people always be doing gay shit, etc. And then meanwhile, they invent covering someone's ass in peanut butter after they've been knocked out. It's like, it doesn't seem like that's the kind of thing that should come from this environment.
Right, bro. You know what it is? It'd be denial. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. Come back and go to jail and come back. I'm back. I always was told you keep going back to jail. You got a motherfucking girlfriend there. You feel me? And then you living in denial, bro. If you letting the nigga pull his, bro, think about it. You got a nigga unconscious on the floor, bro, and you pull his pants down.
Yeah.
What else is you doing besides putting the peanut butter in his ass? Is you sucking his dick? Ugh.
Pause.
Oh, no.
He going at the 4 extras because, you know, 4 extras came out before he went. He said, yeah, story is made before the story come out. I knocked the nigga out and a nigga got peanut butter. But I didn't do the peanut butter. He said the homie, and then he mentioned the dude's name and all that shit, which is crazy. I don't think dude wanted them niggas to know that's what he doing, you know. But he taking his shots at him, man. It's just clout chasing. This nigga definitely came up there with all those products. Look like he got baby oil up there, some peanut butter, a bunch of other shit. This is some wild shit. His name is King Pill, man.
Like, let's be real. Then if you're doing it with your homies, y'all gang banging, what the fuck going on? Y'all taking gang bang to another level, brothers.
Wait, so I'm reading between the lines. I feel like you said you started this out. I didn't want to make it about him to start, but you said if you are with someone who's doing the peanut butter and then you damn near are probably doing it yourself, you're basically getting 4 extras because he said that he knocked somebody out and that his celly put peanut butter on his ass.
Oh,
but 4 extras saying he didn't do it.
Bad.
He said he didn't do it,
Look
but he
at
said
Adam beef, bro.
He did it.
He probably just observed.
He did it from the back.
I feel like
from the back.
He's too homophobic. Like I don't think he wants to be anywhere.
Yo, why is Adam egging on the beef, bro? That's called instigate. What you was about to say, bro?
From the back.
This nigga wild.
Close to that.
Any nigga going to jail and getting out talking about a man booty, you got some kind of character in you. You feel me? I don't know
Didn't you
what
just
it
do the
is.
same thing? You came on here celebrating the peanut butter.
No, I'm just saying
You've
I'm
just been
running
out
peanut
longer.
butter. This is for me to eat. This is what peanut butter is for.
Okay.
Putting it in between. Maybe they eat ass in there. Maybe you never know what goes on.
This nigga said
Bro, I can't think of no other fucking reason why you spreading peanut butter between the cheeks and that you biting that motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? Imagine that ass right here. You got an ass with peanut butter on there. What else is y'all doing in that motherfucker, bro? Y'all in there making deli sandwiches? What the fuck is going on?
Okay, one of my biggest fears about doing serious time is like how hungry I would be, and the fact that you'd be eating shitty food, hungry like for food. Yeah, but I feel like if I was locked up I would be conserving my peanut butter because that's one of the best sources of calories that you get when you're
right. That's
you know?
what
The last thing I'm gonna want to do is put it on some guy's butt,
bro. I used to be getting as many peanut butter. Like I said, I'll be in there hungry as fuck. So if you hungry, you just crack a peanut butter on, and you might do some push-ups on top of that shit. So you looking like a monster. Yeah. You feel me? I don't know what these do. Maybe they want the ass to look like a monster. I don't know what they own, bro.
But, okay, so you said you knocked out 4X's cousin while you were in there or something. His nephew.
I ain't knock him out, y'all. I ain't gonna, cause look, he was my homie. You know what I'm saying? So when the nigga asked me for the fade, it was kind of like a shocking thing. Like, nigga, you want to fade? You feel me? Because I had just whooped his homie. You know what I'm saying? He got a homie from Kelly Park, Compton. You feel me? And when I first went in there, he was running it. And, you know, I told him, like, yo, bro, I used to claim Luthers Park, but I never got put on because I just left juvenile hall the same day. Just left juvenile hall. I went to court and I went to county jail. You feel me? So I go in there telling the truth instead of like a buster and just claiming some shit he never been. You feel me? So but when I was in juvenile hall, I told myself, like, nigga, you finna be going around grown ass men, my nigga. You gotta be honest, my nigga. You gotta go tell the truth, bro. I'm thinking niggas is gonna kill you, you feel me? I didn't know I was finna go in that motherfucker taking over yards, taking over dorms. I ain't know that, you feel me?
Taking over? So what, you graduated up the ladder pretty quickly?
Bro, when I first went in there the first day, the nigga, 4X's nephew and his homeboy is running the whole county jail. Me and his nephew was just in the juvenile hall together 3 months ago. He went to county jail like August, and I went in October at the end. You feel me? Like November 1st, I paid it. My birthday the day before Halloween, his shit was like August 28th. You feel me? Like, it's my nigga though. You feel me? Like, we play games. We might be playing dominoes, but he was real extra.
So you're a Sagittarius?
Nah, I'm a Scorpio.
Oh shit, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Close.
Yeah. My cousin is though. Hell yeah, he all about that money.
All right.
Hell yeah, but half man, half beast. So look, bro, I'm chilling. We'll be chilling. He used to get mad a lot, bro. His nephew, he had an anger issue. We might be playing dominoes. If I win, he want to fight. So now we hopping up trying to fight, pepper spray us up, separate us. You feel me? If we playing basketball outside, I win, now we got to fight. You feel me? Like, this nigga is brazy.
That's crazy.
I'm like, this nigga brazy, but I love him though, because he's so active. I'm like, this nigga is active. Everybody else weenies. Like, not everybody else. There was a few other riders in there. You feel me? But I liked him because of that, you feel me? So we had a real close bond, you feel me? But when I got into the county jail, he at court, you feel me? He in the county jail, but I didn't know he was there. I get inside the dorm, and from Kelly walk up, Sonny from Kelly Park, he walk up like, hey, where you from? And that's when I tell him, like, I used to claim Paru. And then this nigga's in there like, oh, my nigga from Paru, like, as soon as I walk in. And I'm like, damn, like, know me in here, you feel me? Grown nigga. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I used to claim woo. He like, I need fade. I'm like, for sure, that's easy. You feel me? I just left the halls. It's nothing. Bam, we go in the bathroom. He had work some glasses. He took his glasses off. Mind you, he's running the whole dorm. My bro is at court. He running this shit by himself at the time. So bam, we go in the bathroom. We square up, sock him in his eye. He like, oh, hold on. But he's the rep, and everybody's watching. And I'm fresh from the halls. So he like, oh, no, we gotta get it again. Ooh. And he just shake my hand, like, all right, nigga. But at the time, I'm not knowing. I'm fresh from juvenile hall. I don't know that. Now I could be like, nigga, I'll run the dorm now. You feel me? I didn't know that. I'm just like, oh, it's fight. You feel me? Whatever. Boom. That shit come. Then 4X's nephew come. Back from court. His homie Lil Swole up.
And you don't know that it's 4X's nephew at this time,
I didn't know that.
4X has only been famous for like a year
right,
or so.
I didn't know that until the nigga said his name on here. They got twin names. I guess they had a grandpa who was naming all his grandkids and sons after him. You feel me? So and when the nigga said the name, I'm like, damn, did I fight the nigga already? Like, I'm thinking like I'm 40, but I'm like, damn, I'm looking like, you feel me? Hell no, that ain't the homie. No, we ain't seen each other in years, but nigga ain't looking like that. You know what I'm saying? They look similar, but nah. 4X is like he a little taller, you feel me? So I'm like, so bam, he walk in from the court, and his homie tell him like, yeah, I just got out with this nigga. So he like, oh, but first he like, oh, my bro, like shake me up, shake my hand, everything, boo. And then shit, once his homie tell him, he like, hey, bro, I need that. Like, nigga, he say some shit from the halls. Like, oh, you used to be talking a lot of shit in the halls. Because I kind of look at him like, nigga, you just like, oh, my nigga. Now you like, oh, I need a fade when you standing next to your homie. I'm like, all right, bro, come on. You feel me? We never had a chance to get a good fight until now. You feel me? So bam, we get in that motherfucker. And every round, bro, we go like 6 rounds. We go 4 rounds. Every round, I'm fucking him over. Boom, bam, bam, bam. I don't do no grabbing, bro. I'm not into that grabbing shit, but if you want to grab and wrestle, I know jiu-jitsu a little bit. You feel me? My Sagittarius cousin used to go to jiu-jitsu class, and he used to teach me when he come home. You feel me? Fuck me over, because we the same age, so he'll beat my ass. That's how I got to learn it. You feel me? Because I'm with the shoulder shit. And bam, so I'm fucking him up on the shoulders. And every fucking time, after every round, I'm like, I told you can't fuck with me, nigga. I told you can't fuck with me, because he wouldn't touch my face. No time. I'm fucking him over. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, on the 5th round, he fall inside the toilet. Boom, fall inside the toilet. It's like 6 toilets. It's a little bitty ass space, like this much space, bro. From right here to the wall, you feel me? And it's like 6 metal toilets. Bam, I hit him, boom, he fall inside the toilet, bro. 1 foot fall in one toilet, and his ass fall in one toilet. You feel me? And he get up, and when he get up, him and his homie jump me on the 5th round. On the 5th round, him and his homie jump me. And they hitting me, and I'm fighting back, boom, 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 boom. And then he like, nah. He like, when they back, he like, nah, like, tell the homie stop. I got it. And he like, let me one more, bro. Give me one more. Mind you, this my bro, so I'm like, all right, bro, come on, my nigga, let's get one more. You ain't hit my face, let's go. At this time, he already starting to lump up. You feel me? So we get one more fight. Boom, 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 boom. he do some shit where he put his foot on the wall and he jump off the wall. Like it's called a Superman.
Yeah.
It's called a Superman, bro.
Superman. Bah! Niggas used to do that in junior high and shit. That is crazy, right? You gotta be prepared, man. Kids, stay the fuck out of jail, man. Stay your ass in school because you're gonna be up in there squabbling all the time.
The nigga Superman me and hit me in my lip, and I was going for the KO. So when I was going in, I was like I was biting my fucking lip, bro. And he Superman off the wall and hit me right in the shit, and my fucking tooth went all the way through the lip. Like I needed stitches, but the nigga ain't about to tell the police he needs stitches for nothing. You feel me? So I just had to roll with the punches. But yeah, bro, literally roll with the punches. You feel me? So
ready for that shit, bro? Some wild shit.
You know, these niggas are crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Hey, man, we're gonna get to this other shit, but it looking like 03 Greedo, man, got his shit taken. This video popped up, man. I think this the goon that got his shit. Yeah. He got his whole kit and caboodle.
So you a G if you show your face. Don't show the chain but hide, nigga.
He said he gotta show his face, huh? He trying to
It's
self-snitch.
hard to respect that.
He had to self-snitch, he said. But the thing about it is, Greedo know who did it. He know who it is. Shout out to DC Baby Draco, man. He the first one to drop the story and knew about it. He said like a month ago. So, you know, salute to that nigga getting the scoop. 03 Greedo's chain, whole kit took, banned from Great, and they banned him from the set. He not good over here. And if y'all recall back, you know, I'm quite sure when this first heard, people was thinking because of the, I guess the snitching shit and all that, snitching allegations and whatnot. But they saying that ain't it. Let's get to it.
It's been in the air, man. Like, okay, somebody chain got took over here. Somebody whole kit got took over here. You feel me? So it's like, ooh, wee. You feel me? So it's like, it could get real slimy. Now, you know, I've been about this probably like almost a month now. You feel me? But being that, you know, it was in Grape Street and I didn't know how the politics work, you know, I mind my business. If it ain't public, I mind my business. You hear me? So, man, I go on Instagram. To one of the dudes that was up in the blogs. That was in the hood vlog, bro. And you know, like I said, it's been rumors that he got 03 Greedo chain. Now, like I said, it ain't public, so it wasn't for me to really speak on it, you know, because if you speak on stuff when, you know, people ain't really trying to get it out there, you know, that's how issues could come about, you feel me? But guess what, man? It's public records now. One of the Grape Streets, the YNs, man, they post 03 Greedo chain, his watch, his ring, his whole kit. Oh my God. Now, you know, I ain't did daily news in a very long time. I'm the first person with this info. Don't nobody know about this. I don't want to hear none of that, man. No jumper. No LA platforms know nothing about this. But DC Baby Draco. Now, like I said, man, I been knew about this. But I couldn't speak on it. Boy, I was trying to hold water. And I did. But now, man, it's been brought to my attention that the YN is fed up and he posted 03 Greedo's whole kid. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Hallelujah, Jesus. May we bless 03 Greedo. Oh my God. Now, it's been brought to my attention, right? His whole kit wasn't took because he was snitching or allegations on his name or things of that nature. The reason why 03 Greedo chains was snatched and took and repossessed, oh my God, was because he don't look out for his people and he don't give back to his community. He don't pop out. He don't show love no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, shit, if you gonna claim Grape Street, you know, and you gonna represent Grape Street, man, you gotta give back to the community. You hear me? So it's like, we gonna shut down that narrative right now. He didn't get smutted out or his chains took because of allegations. The reason why 03 Greedo got his chains took is because he did not give back to his community and looking out for his people, man. And, you know, I could understand that.
What
you know,
up,
I could
Sherm
understand
in the
that.
building.
Especially if you're from LA
Salute to Sherm.
and you banging somebody's set. You feel me? If you gang banging somebody's set, man, listen, you got to give back, man. You got to, bro.
Yep.
If you claiming somebody's gang, if you claiming Grape Street, man, then YNs need a piece of it. Come on, man. So it's like I said, man, I wasn't really gonna speak on it. It wasn't nothing for me to speak on. Like I said,
the fuck?
I was waiting.
Blew up and your ass didn't get nothing out your life, nigga. So when I roll up, that's just teaching your ass, nigga. You got me twisted.
Talk this shit. What you saying, man? What's your thoughts on that, man? You said fuck
You
that.
seriously got me twisted on that.
Okay. So, but he, like I said, he was coming back to the hood. He was coming through there, but I guess he wasn't kicking back. He wasn't kicking up to nobody up in the hood.
I mean, but that's a lesson learned to that nigga, but that's just a whole bunch of haters. Oh, he wasn't giving back to the hood. Like, nigga, what was he supposed to do? Go buy you some dope, nigga? Hand you out some free cash in your pocket? How's that supposed to work?
Well, you don't think
and that's really
what
what
about,
it boils down to,
talk
bro.
to me. What you say?
You know, they like, oh, you claiming somebody's hood, nigga. Hey.
Well, I guess it can go.
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, I don't care how much love I got in my hood. If I made it out and had that type of money, I'm not gonna roll up in there draped like that without security, bro. Even Kendrick just didn't walk in that motherfucking LA like without security.
Talk that shit. That's what I was.
That's
that
real.
was the
And this
bar.
nigga
That
had
was
his
the
chain
bar.
on, but nigga, you just went in there like you a hero. So, yeah.
That nigga went in like this, like, yeah, I'm shining on you niggas. I feel like, you know, you can't be walking around shining rich around poor people or people, you know, who don't got it like you. You know what I'm saying? You know, they may not have as much as you or whatnot. And then it is, if you claiming that neighborhood, and even if you putting on through the music or what, when people, we so wrapped up in social media to the point like, oh man, his name come up, oh yeah, he from Great, blah, 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 blah. But, oh man, that nigga don't come over here, he don't put nothing in. When they do hear, like with Kendrick get the love because he do put back into the people that be around him. I think it's for certain artists.
What is a putback, bro? What is a putback?
You gotta, I mean, it's all programs. It's up to, like, to me, I feel like a lot of these motherfuckers don't got no power. They don't got no, a lot of these niggas don't got no power. They don't. So if, like, okay, say a Kendrick or any, if you got artists out there that, like, he put on for those artists out there, you know, he brought them up. The thing about I think with 03 Greedo is he been shining for a minute now, and you never heard of him going back to the neighborhood and bringing. It's a lot of talent out there. You You know what I'm saying? So I've never heard of him going back, bringing some cats. But it's hate in the hood, so you can expect that. So, I mean, like you said, I wouldn't have rolled up in there without no security. But I guess he felt like he could do that, and them young niggas wasn't feeling it. You know, he said it was younger. This is younger generation. Like, yeah, we know 03 Greedo, but he don't be around here. You know what I'm saying? That could be it. Or it could be just the fact it's just niggas hate him.
I think a nigga just hate on him.
They just hate him.
Know about this. I'm breaking the news right now. I'm the voice of the streets. And you know what? This is what we gonna do, man. I'ma pull up on the dude himself that took 03 Greedo chains. It might be hard though. We gonna see if Draco can get that exclusive interview after this, man.
Oh,
wow.
That's crazy.
This is crazy. Not thugged out. We don't want to bring the bloods in the cuz out. All my niggas thugged out, thugged out, thugged out. We thugged out, thugged out, thugged out. We thugged out, thugged out, thugged out, thugged out, thugged out, thugged out.
Oh, fuck that.
Hey man, I'm gonna be man. He got a. I guess he got a bad little name over there. His name ain't, you know. We got some of his G homies that came through. I guess they had him on no jumper. I said no jumper. It was no jumper clips. But they came through to do Roch and Gooch. 03 being accused of telling in Texas. I think he accused these cats for stealing money from him too.
Other situations that.
But when a nigga on no paperwork.
Yeah.
So, well, see, there you go. I haven't seen the paperwork. I don't know. Who did he go to jail with? Your family?
Yeah, my sister, baby daddy.
In Texas?
Yeah.
He said something in the backseat. I stayed away from a run because of you.
Yeah.
You know I told you that.
Yeah.
People was telling me to run it, and respectfully I stayed away from it. Because my respect for you was bigger than whatever was going to come from that. Right. So I left it alone, right? Well, what did he, so did he tell on your people? Or?
I mean, that's how I knew. I mean, he the one told me. I mean,
so where's he at?
He in jail. He in jail for that. He in jail right now.
Back in Texas in jail.
For the same situation?
Yeah.
He had a clean record when they caught that case. And he had a clean jacket.
How much time to give him?
I think he had joint suspension type probation type shit, but he got caught a pistol. That shit over with now. He got he get a county lid, but Texas still he waiting on them to pick him up. So I don't know if they gonna pick him up.
So he out in LA County. Yeah, waiting to get transferred expedite. Yeah. He on Bishop Rock shit.
But you're talking about the dude who he was in the car with when he got pulled over and caught this case.
So what did 03 Guido say to the law enforcement?
Basically, he got paid $3,000 to ride with Justin Scott, and he felt something was illegal going on in the car, some shit like that. You feel me? Like he said that type of shit. You feel me? His paperwork right there.
Y'all got
right there.
Right where? Y'all got some work with you? Right. Boy, y'all don't tell me you got some work. That's like a big booty bitch. What you got? Y'all got some work?
No, I'm tweaking. I didn't know about none of this. You know what I'm saying? That's we doing business.
Oh hell, that's the real.
I just let niggas play when I go to the next level. I don't let no nigga play.
What did you send me? I see you just sent me some shit.
They came with the work.
There's a lot of paper in there.
Right.
I can't even begin to imagine what's going on here. Just got a few people.
Oh wow, we got the meth.
Oh hell, hold on.
What was it? 2 pounds?
Oh, you got everything.
You got meth.
What is this?
You got. I mean, that looks like just regular ass cargo. I don't know what that's about, but.
Oh shit, this is a big
We got some bullets. All right. We got some straps. We got a brown bag. I don't know exactly what would have been in there. All right. It would literally take me like, a week to go through the rest of the ones over there.
We got to get into
right at the top. We got some good shit. We got guns.
No Jumper PD, y'all. No Jumper PD. Y'all can go check that out for yourself. That's on No Jumper Clips. Yeah, man. I guess, people gonna have their feelings about it.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have came through there without no security.
Yeah.
Tell him, you know what I'm saying, or show me some paperwork. And then
What'd you say?
I said no security.
He walked in there, big dog. I'm the big dog. I'm the hero of the grape streets.
first lesson I learned in prison, I ain't learned no.
Nigga said, what nigga? Pull the heat. Give me all what you got. Down to your feet, bitch. 03 Greedo, we gonna snatch all that shit off you. That's what they said. That's what happened.
No lesson, I'm a gangster. First way I'd address any snitch allegations, I don't have no snitch allegations. I mean, you gotta show me where I'm telling, you know what I'm saying, or show me some paperwork. And then show me someone that went to jail because of me, because I actually did time for someone else. I was the passenger in a car. What are you talking about? Hey, if you feel like I'm a snitch, I do want to say this to address people who do think I got snitch allegations. It was a couple situations. There was a situation with a rapper, right, that did a song with me. And he was only just being curious. He wasn't saying it like he felt like that, but he asked someone that was a blood, not knowing I'm cool with bloods too. I'm really somebody outside, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to tell the rappers to be careful before, that turns into something else. I ain't no snitch and you shouldn't be playing with me. First lesson I learned.
But at the end of the day, don't you see niggas with numbers in their name seem to be the ones telling? You got 1090, you got 03, you got 69, and y'all know any other niggas with numbers in their name? Post it in the comment. This your boy Wolfie Obama and I'm going like I came. Hashtag yeah, Wolfie said it.
Yo, shout out to Wolfie Cat, man. Yeah, that's wild, bro. And don't be going back to your hood without no security, man. If you ain't good like that in the hood, I mean, it just ain't smart, right? Hey, man, one of the IBMs, I think his name is IBM Hoodlum, one of Loose Cannon soldiers. He got, paperwork for his recent court appearance is out. He says 600 caused more harm.
Person of any person or the community, basically saying, read this paperwork, you can pretty much see what they checked off. United States of America plaintiff versus Tremaine Ashley Williams, defendant, which is the homie Loose Cannon. If you see right here, section 28, they marked off own motion by government on court's own motion in case. Allegedly
I'm even hearing that Loose Cannon may get out. He may get released. So yeah, this is your boy. His name I think is IBM Hoodlum, and Loose Cannon paperwork for his recent appearance.
Involving on the further allegation by the government of serious risk that the defendant will flee. So that's one of the reasons why they denied him. Okay, they feel like he will be a flight risk. If you don't know what that means, checked off A here. The court finds that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of any person or the community. Basically saying, hey, even if we gave this guy house arrest, if we confined him to a house, we're not sure we can keep the community safe, even if he was on house arrest per se. Okay, so if we go down a little bit more, in this section B, it has this checked off as to danger. Now, this is something that I've spoken on before, and I've brought attention to it, and I've shed light on it, man. And here's the proof right here. When you read this, it says nature of the offense and defendant's role in the alleged extortion robberies, 2 active protection orders, noting 1 is reciprocal, outstanding warrant, report of violent January 2025 incident. So when you're reading this right here, that's pretty much all his priors, okay, that they're using against him to not give him bail. But there's one written here that stands and sticks out to me. The report of violent January 2025 incident. So can anybody take a wild guess what that may be? I know what it is. Leave a comment in the comments. So let's get to that, okay? Because I've been trying to point out that the incident from January 2025 was put on the internet by a certain individual, okay? He goes by the name 600, the Buster, okay? The fake Crip, the fake suburban 60 Crip, okay? I've been trying to shed light on the situation. How can somebody be a gang member and have a video in their possession that's incriminating, and they put it on the internet for the feds and the police to see? Okay, so if you guys don't know, Sharice Mills, which is Loose Cannon's wife, She has been dropping content with Loose Cannon from over phone calls when he's been incarcerated. And of course, we've heard a lot of people, oh, he's dumb, he need to stay off the phone, that can hurt his case, it can hurt his bonds, it can hurt his bond hearing, it can do this, it can do that. But if you look at this paperwork, why they denied him bond, they didn't deny him for none of those phone calls, none of the content he's been doing over the phone, none of what Sharice and Loose Cannon has been doing has harmed him as of right now. And as you can see, that's not the reason why they denied his bond. So one of the last pieces of content Sharice put out.
Don't die over there, man. Y'all choking over too.
And the purpose of the recordings was to expose
that
600.
OG, huh?
600 poked his chest out the moment Loose Cannon got arrested. Now, before Loose Cannon got arrested, 600 wasn't doing the shit he's doing now. 600 would sit back and listen.
420 coming up, y'all. 420 coming
kind of
up.
exposed the conversations between 600 and Loose Cannon. If you hear how
And if
600
y'all
was
in
communicating with Loose Cannon, he was no tough guy. He was not talking.
Y'all in the Inland Empire area, man. Y'all gotta fuck with Fast Eddie 420. Stop playing, man. Get at us. Get at us. Got some of the best products, the best flowers, concentrates, all that. Edibles. And if y'all into the psychedelics, got that, them shrooms.
Couldn't Loose crazy. He was in his motherfucking place. Okay, so that was the whole point of dropping that audio. So 600 responds on YouTube to that audio, and let's get straight into the audio. I want to let y'all hear it a little bit so we can go ahead and dissect what he was saying and how he tries to be a funny guy, but he's actually an imposter. So let's listen to that audio.
Man, I'm just doing my thing, you feel me? And I come across a few videos, a few people sent me the videos, and it's about, Loose Cannon's girlfriend, baby mama, Sharice, and she's releasing audio of Loose.
Let me pause it real quick. First of all, why are you even taking shots at a woman? Directly at the woman, okay? If anything, I'm the nigga that's been pressing your mark ass. Why you ain't taking shots at me? You wanna know why? Because I texted the nigga and I let him know that I got his real life story on my phone, and he better not get out of line. Let's get back to audio.
Loose Cannon having conversations with me and about Brick and stuff like that.
It's getting real sticky.
And title talking about Loose Cannon check 600, pressing 600, something like. So she called herself like attacking me. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, I don't know why she.
Now, mind you, let me pause that. I was on the phone call with Sharice and Loose Cannon when the idea of posting that audio was presented. Sharice didn't know this audio existed. Cannon had this tucked in a vault. Sharice never even listened to the audio. She just split a 24-minute phone call into two and used it as two different pieces of content for YouTube. She never even listened to it. So she didn't even know what the audio said. But as you can see, when bitch-ass niggas insinuate, they get on YouTube and they just talk and they don't know what the fuck going on.
Because I mentioned this sometimes, we haven't seen no problem, that's at least as far as I thought, you know what I mean? And, she called herself trying to attack me for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? But, so let's get into it. So, I'm like why me? Like, what I do, you know what I'm saying? So anyway,
first of all, what you do, nigga, you have insinuated that her husband is a rat, and you have been making content about her husband. So even if she was going at you, which she's not, she has a right to do that, bitch-ass nigga.
Look, Loose Cannon's in jail on the big Rico, and they're not letting him get a bail based on, his actions, his YouTube, his threats and saying different things, right? His, alleged affiliation.
Wait, let's rewind now.
His threats and saying different things, his actions.
Let's rewind now.
And they're not letting him get bail based on, his actions, his YouTube, his threats and saying different things, right? His, alleged affiliation.
Now, mind you, they got a motherfucking court paperwork right here, and not one time did it say in this paperwork at his bail hearing that he was denied bail for his fucking YouTube. You see how weird ass niggas be lying, bro? These niggas will lie on your name to make themselves look good. Niggas a liar. What is that? The traits of Whack 100. You could tell this nigga's a 100 site nigga on the content.
Now, I'm trying to help him out. You know what I'm saying? I'll let the world know you ain't from 60s, bro. so that might help you out a little bit. Especially when you're in the courtroom saying that, that's just a character. Loose Cannon's a character, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell your real name. But when you got a female like Sharice, what you really trying to do, Sharice? Because he's in there, they're in there saying that he's this, that, and the other. Even his lawyer's saying that that's just a character, he's not really like that. But you, knowing what they said in court, knowing what he's been charged for, you're releasing videos from almost 2 years ago, he's saying that he attacked people, 6 of this, that, and that. It's just crazy to me that the person that they don't like is helping them out, saying you're not from 60s. Let's get that straight. So we're trying to tell the world, you're not from 60s, so the feds don't hold that against him. He ain't from our hood. He ain't wrote this. He's not from where from. You are playing audio. Mind you, Loose Cannon ain't been on no wiretaps, as far as we know. So you're giving them information. You're giving them information. Him saying these things. You're helping their investigation out. They didn't have wiretaps. You know what I'm saying? You're playing private conversations that we never knew was recorded. So that could possibly incriminate him more. So it's like, You don't want him to come home? Like, because I know he ain't telling you to play that. You know, so I know he like, because based on what he's saying in court, that Luce Cannon's just a character. So he's trying to say that's just act. So I know he ain't telling you, go put that video out from 2 years ago when I was talking like I'm him. And I'm really like that.
So that's a good point. Now his partner saying this is one of the IBM cats. They, you know, they out of the Inland Empire. Saying that, you know, 600 put out the video first with the beating incident and no jumper, and he trying to say that he's causing harm or whatnot. I mean, and him coming at his alleged wife, because Gigi is his real wife. Who gives a fuck? I think he talking too much. Check this out, man. Paperboy Newsstand dropped this.
Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now 600 had a message for Luce Cannon as well as his.
Make sure y'all run over there, run them numbers up.
Twice Sharice Mills. So let's get straight into it. Now 600 said Luce Cannon is locked up right now on that big Eurico. And the reason he was denied bail was because of his actions as well as the content that he puts on the internet. Now 600 said while everyone's thinking that I'm beefing and hating on Luce Cannon, I'm the only one trying to look out for him by saying that he ain't from on the 60s. Now 600 said that plays in perfectly for Luce Cannon because he admitted in court that Luce Cannon is just a character on the internet. Now 600 said it's sad and unfortunate, but the person that claims that loves him the most, his wife, is gonna be the reason for his downfall. Now 600 said you already know what they said about Luce Cannon in court and what he's being charged for. So why would you release videos that he did 2 years ago of Luce Cannon basically admitting that he attacked people in the name of the Rolling 60s? Now the whole time Sharice Mills is calling Luce Cannon and recording it and putting it on her YouTube page, 600 says she don't know that what she's doing is basically giving more evidence to the feds. Now a perfect example of that was when the Viral Way podcast was on Back on Fig with T-Rail and them. Luce Cannon called in, and when T-Rail and them picked up the phone, the first thing out of Luce Cannon's mouth was basically admitting to a bunch of felonies that according to Luce Cannon, Big U made him do. And that's when the Viral Way podcast dude told T-Rail that he better hang up the phone or he's leaving. Now 600 said the whole time Sharice Mills uploads the content to her YouTube page with Luce Cannon on it, the feds is smiling inside because they know they got more evidence.
You're giving them information and him saying these things. You're helping their investigation out. They didn't have those wiretaps. You know what I'm saying? You're playing private conversations that we never knew was recorded.
That's a fact.
Now 600 posed this question to Sharice Mills and he asked her, do you even love your husband? And do you
think she got somebody on yo push? You don't think that she was messing around on the last show? This came up. I don't think she's messing around, but I think that it's somebody in the wing. You know what I'm saying? If she's doing this if she knows what she's doing, if she's just doing it being oblivious, just a dingbat, because shame on her.
I don't know, bro.
It's just
if
crazy.
That nigga's half of what he is, but you'd be a little afraid. So that's why I said I don't know.
I think she afraid. He done put hands on her before, allegedly. That's what he got charged.
Do you even want him to come home? Because those conversations that you had with him was private, and you know damn well he didn't want you to upload that to the internet, but you did. Now 600 said the reason why Luce Cannon wouldn't want his wife to post what he says on the internet is because it's totally contradicting what he's saying in court. And he said from the outside looking in, it's looking like Sharice Mills don't want Luce Cannon to ever come home. Now 600 said the way that Sharice Mills talks and the way she acts on the internet, he knows she's a smart woman. entertainment. And he said the only reasonable answer he thinks Sharice Mills is uploading Loose Cannon's content on the internet is because she wants him to stay locked up because she already got a side piece that's basically piping her down right now. Now 600 ended it off by saying if Sharice really cares about Loose Cannon like she claims she does, she wouldn't be uploading what he says on her YouTube page because he's basically self-incriminating himself. Then 600 throws out another theory saying that she's basically sick and tired of Loose Cannon and always going in and out of jail, so she probably got her a side piece right now. Now I'm not gonna lie, if I had a wife and she so happened to serve a long time in prison right now, I'm for sure piping something down. And then when I get that jailhouse call, I'm gonna be telling her that I miss her and I'll be waiting for her. Now 600.
What you say? What you say? What you say, Push?
Nothing.
Basically told Loose Cannon, you see what happens when you talk too much online. And because you're not home right now, your wife has needs and somebody else is gonna fulfill them. Now salutes up to 600 for dropping that content, and we gave our thoughts on it. And now that you guys heard it, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. Paperboy.
Shit. I don't know. What you think? She setting them up for the do-low.
He's a nigga or heard her in some motion. Everything is all speculative, bro. The truth of the matter is Luce wants her to put that info out there. He wants her to put that out. And she's been using the money to help Brick and him. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's different if he didn't want it, but he knows it. Hell, they was talking about it at one moment.
Let's see. We got Rolling 60 Eddie Boy tells Whack why he went to Loose Cannon's court day. Let's get to it.
Whack 100 says, and 600
It's Top Media TV, man. Run over there, run them numbers up.
say snitched on Big U back in 1992. Pretty much when he showed up to Loose Cannon's court day, Loose Cannon, said, I don't F with that nigga Eddie Boy. And Eddie Boy had showed up. Now, a lot of people didn't know why Eddie Boy had showed up to Loose Cannon's court appearance, so he pretty much explains himself. He also explains how Loose Cannon's daddy had snitched on Eddie Boy's little brother. So there's something personal going on between Eddie Boy and Loose Cannon. And that's why Eddie Boy said he showed up. And he said he's going to continue to show up every single time Loose Cannon comes to court. Eddie Boy is gonna show up every single time, and he's gonna explain why, y'all.
I wasn't there. Bro, I ain't got that much time. What's cracking? Eddie, quick. I'm on my live, Eddie. I'm just trying to clear everything up, right? From my understanding, when you was in the courtroom, the brother came in there, kind of screamed out what you was doing here. He didn't want you there. We got that from his wife, right? At that point, they told him you had a right to be there. It's open to the public, right? And then they said something about you got escorted to the hallway, or why did you get pulled to the hallway? Where did it go from there?
I got put to the hallway because this is how it happened when I first went in there. I was the first one in there. So when Loose Cannon stepped in there with the two marshals, he came in there and he was just looking. And then he just started looking, and he told the marshal that I was trying to take his picture and I was trying to get a video. So the marshals came over to me and said, are you recording? I was like, nah. And they said, where your phone at? I said, in my pocket. So about that time, his wife came in there. So when his wife came in there and 3 other individuals came up in there, they went to the left. I don't know if it was FBI agents, I don't know who they was, but they went in there. So he blurted out, hey, Eddie Boy, why you in here, cuz? I don't fuck with you on neighborhood crib.
Damn.
So he blurted that out in front of the court, the judge, and everybody else.
The judge was there when he said that?
Yeah.
This nigga's a cuckoo for
So if
Cocoa
you've purchased
Puffs.
a faulty car in California and won a huge check like I've got here, here's what.
So then what happened?
So what happened after that? they didn't say nothing. They just told him, you know, to chill out because if I'm not doing nothing, I'm not being disruptive. I can sit up in here because it's open to the public. So after that, I was just sitting there, and like the people to the left, I don't know if she was an agent or nothing like that, but when he said my name, they all got on their phone. And when they got on their phone, she went outside. So when she went outside, she came back in. So they were just watching me. And then I got a text. And you know, I have an Apple Watch, so I looked at my watch, and then something like that. So they came back over there, and they said, I walked off. They walked me outside, and they was like, "Hey man, you recording?" I was like, "Nah, you know, boy, what's the dude named the federal marshal?" He said, "Man, I'm not, you know, not recording." He said, "You got a watch, right?" I said, "Yeah." And I just took it off and went back up in there.
So you mentioned something about they asked if you wanted to file a complaint.
Right, on my way up out there, that was when the proceedings was over with. Remember that time we was on Clubhouse, it was me, you, Ghost, and I think Big Chuck.
Yeah.
He was over there, he was ranting, raving, talking about I didn't tell, his daddy didn't tell, and fuck me, fuck my mama, he'll do something to me, my family, and all that type of stuff. They have that information. And they asked me did I want to make a complaint about that.
And what you tell them?
I told him, nah, man, I'm cool.
All right, so, I guess shit. I mean, I know it's your right, you know. So what was your reason for going to the court?
Bro, I have a vested interest in that. That man threatened my family. I'm going to be at all his court hearings. I'm going to stay there at court hearing. He sat there and lied and said that he wasn't dealing with his father. What about that affidavit after I showed y'all that paperwork that his father told on my little brother? He gave me the runaround.
Well, no, Eddie, I can't lie. He addressed him about that. He did.
He addressed him, bro. He told me, he called me in 600 and said that he don't fuck with his daddy no more.
Oh.
And I found that wasn't true. Wasn't been factual.
Damn, so he still fuck with his pops. So he said he don't fuck with him, but
what nigga ain't gonna fuck with his father, nigga? You might not be all up in him like that, but I mean, I'm not gonna keep no G code from the street and
right.
The thing that seeded me into the damn earth, regardless to the dirt, you know.
Right.
His reason is stupid, bro.
Yeah.
His reason is stupid. It's like childish. You know, it'd be different. It was like Loose Cannon snitched on your people before, so you riding this one out on him, you know? You gonna get a nigga about what his daddy done did? Like, what the fuck?
I think he said too. He threatened. Loose Cannon threatened him too.
I'm saying, nigga.
But yeah, I'm
nigga,
with you on that. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You are always connected inside that penitentiary like that. So that's not factual. That he ain't got at his father about
It's the same nigga that they said that Big U snitched on him. It's just some crazy shit. The way
that situation. But for him,
and it's crazy because he said he not from the gang no more. Because you see that homie, he put it Rolling 68 boy. He's really he a Muslim now, so he said he's not from Rolling 60. So that's kind of like false information. I would feel like you're supposed to be on your deen. Like I don't know what you trying to do. And is he gonna tell Wack that, yeah, man, I want to press charges on this nigga?
To say that I sent him, we wrote up the affidavit, my attorney wrote up the affidavit and all that type of stuff. He said his father was gonna get it. He said he had signed it. He said he kept lying to me, and he said it.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know y'all had that conversation.
Right. And they never sent it, so he was just giving me the runaround. And to be truthful with you, bro, I'm gonna be up in there every time. I have a right to do that, and I'm gonna keep on.
So you just going to spectate?
I'm going to spectate, bro. For sure.
Okay. All right, well, shit. Good look, man, they asking me questions. I didn't know that's why you was going there, and I didn't know you was going to continue to go there, but...
Okay, I'm going to continue to be up in there, bro. Without question.
All right, well, shit, there it is there. So you didn't give them you didn't tell them you wanted to file a complaint. You didn't do none of that.
I didn't give them say I wanted to what?
You didn't tell them you wanted to file a complaint. You declined that.
File a complaint, bro. I would have told y'all that. Because I'm going to tell you like this, bro, and I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm a civilian now. And I'm following the rules like a civilian and everything of that nature. So if I wanted to file a complaint, bro, I'm going to do that. And I would tell y'all that, and I wouldn't give a shit who said anything about it.
Gotcha. Well, shit, there you have it. Y'all may call him Eddie Boy, but Eddie Boy said he's a practicing Muslim, and he's a civilian. He's not a gang member. And shit, he gonna do it the way he want to do it. But in this situation, we heard it here. He declined. He didn't file no complaint, and he said he will continue to be there based upon whatever he want to know what's going on.
It's crazy. That's wild.
He can need to go start him a business, bro. He got too much free time.
Too much time.
I mean, you got too much time to be taking and dedicating your life to a nigga getting ready to go to jail, nigga. Do you own a business, nigga? Like, do you have extra money laying around? And that's why you got the free time. Shit, nigga. The fuck? All the court cases? I mean, like, dude, you molest my family member or something like that. You know, I mean, I'm riding on your ass. Nigga, what the fuck? This nigga gonna skip his wife and shit, skip his girl, skip his kid. Nigga, like, nigga, you supposed to be at the play, you at the court. That's just weird,
you're supposed
bro.
to be praying 5 times a day, homie. You shouldn't be doing that, bro.
You're supposed to be praying and shit. How you at the court not praying?
Oh, God. For real. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Man, he already got took and somebody played him out some money. And I think Loose Cannon got it back for him. It was some shit. I don't know why these niggas still deal with these niggas. But yo, let's get to the boy Loose Cannon's pops, man. AKA Big Nutty.
Straight hood because you know good as well that nigga blued up 6 on my hat and blue laces, blue everything.
Dude is just like his daddy. This dude Loose Cannon.
Answer this question for Scandalous TV. He said Rose said my daddy's a rat, right? I seen my daddy 3 times my whole life. And it was in San Quentin prison, right? If Cuz is a rat and there's paperwork on Cuz is a rat and all Cuz. Dead homie.
I'm back with another video. This one gonna hit different as it encompasses the story of Tremaine Ashley Williams, aka the fake Loose Cannon's father. In one of our most recent videos, we covered the fake Loose Cannon and the alleged snitching activity of his pops. However, in this video, we will cover Big Nutty's entire story. Sit back, buckle up. This is going to be a long one. George Brett Williams, adopted as a baby by Charles and Jessie Mae Williams, founders of the Williams Home for Children with Special Needs, was pretty much raised as a silver spoon kid. Raised in the couple's Acton Park mansion, George attended private schools. Wanting to fit in with the crowd at the age of 16, the young George dropped out of school and began hanging out with gang members. Ultimately, George would leave his parents' home when he was only 18 years of age, moving into a nearby rental property owned by his mother, whom was also a real estate agent. The burly, 6 foot 3 inches tall, George Williams quickly ascended the ranks of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, one of LA's largest gangs.
Police say that drugs and violence are being spread to other cities, chiefly by 2 long-standing rivals in the Los Angeles youth gang scene. Black groups who call themselves Crips and wear blue colors, and Bloods who wear red.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day 1, he would install Pi on his computer without spending.
It wouldn't be long before George would become well known as Big Nutty. To other members, Nutty was not at all a classic gang member. He was extremely articulate, intelligent, and a very manipulative young man, which may explain why he was able to rise in the hierarchy of the 60s so quickly. Nutty made bread and earned respect on the streets as a drug and gun dealer who drove a flashy black BMW. Known around town as a high roller, George oftentimes stayed in Las Vegas hotels for free. Over the years, it was alleged that Nutty assaulted several people, supplied the guns used in the 1983 murders of a mother and her 16-year-old son, beat a woman and father, and shot at a police officer who was taking a burglary report. It's a dirty world, but it still spins. Nutty, who initially denied any involvement in the crimes, offered to testify against his homies. During trial, several witnesses came forward to report that Nutty had offered them money to testify on his behalf. Other witnesses would testify that they had been threatened. After the jury returned its verdict, Nutty's wife Monique received permission from the judge to give her husband a new pair of shoes. This, however, was an attempt at smuggling drugs into the prison. Nutty's wife was quickly arrested after the bailiff found that the soles were lined with several balloons of heroin. It is these turn of events that brings us to our story. On January the 2nd of 1990, Willie Thomas and Jack Barron were fatally shot at close range in a house on Spring Street in Los Angeles. Their bodies were dragged to a truck parked in the garage, where they were found when the police arrived in response to a neighbor's call reporting gunshots. The prosecution's theory was that Nutty shot both victims in the course of a robbery that had begun as a drug transaction. According to prosecution witnesses, earlier that evening, Nutty had planned to scam the victims through a fraudulent drug transaction by trading fake money for drugs. The victims met Nutty at the bar parking lot, but for reasons unknown, the transaction did not occur there. Instead, later that
Yo, both him and his pops known for fraud. It's crazy.
evening, the victims came to the Spring Street home, which was a freaking hangout for Nutty and his three homies. According to the testimony of his three homies, all of whom had pleaded guilty in prior proceedings, Nutty shot both victims. Additionally, two neighbors to the Spring Street home testified that Nutty was present at the house on the night of the killings. The prosecution presented evidence that the pager found at the scene of the crime was Nutty's, and that his fingerprints were found in the room where the victims had been shot, and on the truck to which the victim's body had been dragged. The prosecution also presented evidence that Nutty fled Los Angeles after the shooting, and that upon his return 2 weeks later, he sought to pay some new acquaintances to fabricate an alibi for him for the night of the murders. Prosecution presented evidence of the murders and the drug deal surrounding it largely through the testimony of two of Nutty's accomplices, Patrick Linton and Darius Cyprian. Their testimony was corroborated by the testimony of other witnesses, telephone records, and physical evidence. It's no secret that Nutty socialized with Patrick, Darius, and Dino Lee. This group often gathered at the house on Spring Street, where Darius' half-brother, Ernie Pierre, lived. On the upstairs floor of the house was a vacant small apartment, where victims Willie Thomas and Jack Barron were shot on January 2nd of 1990. Darius and his mother, Marcella Pierre, lived in the house across the street. In the week prior to the killing, Nutty mentioned to Patrick that he intended to jack the plug by giving them fake money. On the day of the murders, Nutty was socializing with Patrick and Darius at the Spring Street home. It was then that Nutty told Patrick he was going to set up a drug deal with victims Jack Barron and Willie Thomas. Telephone records indicated that on the day of the murders, 3 calls were made between Nutty's house and an air conditioning business called ARA. Both victims, Barron and Thomas, worked at ARA. Fellow ARA employee Londell Richardson testified that on the day of the murders, he overheard a telephone conversation by Thomas and Barron, indicating that after work, they were planning to go to a bar to transact a drug deal involving 50 racks and 3 or 4 keys of coke. In preparation for the drug transaction, Nutty, Patrick, and Darius went to Nutty's house, where Nutty assembled packages of torn phone book pages, which he wrapped to resemble bundles of cash, placing them in a plastic bag. Nutty also bought 3 guns, which were later found at the scene of the crime: a 38 caliber Smith & Wesson revolver, a 38 caliber Titan automatic pistol, and a carbine rifle. Patrick drove Nutty and Darius in his blue Chevy Blazer to the parking lot of the bar. After they parked, Nutty hopped out of the truck and went over to Barron, whose truck was parked in the back of the lot. As Thomas stood next to the truck, Nutty spoke with them for 30 to 45 minutes. After the long drawn-out conversation, Nutty returned to the Blazer and told Patrick that they were going to follow Barron and Thomas to a house in Southgate. Barron and Thomas drove out of the parking lot together in a blue Chevy Sprint, an ARA company car that Thomas often drove. Nutty, Patrick, and Darius proceeded to follow the Sprint as far as the freeway, but Nutty decided at the last moment not to follow and told Patrick to drive instead back to his house. There, they dropped off the guns in the plastic bag of fake cash. This is where the plot thickens, as Darius would give a slightly different account than that of Patrick of the event minutes at the bar parking lot. Darius' story goes like this. While he was waiting in Patrick's truck, he saw a Camaro drive in. A Hispanic man got out of the Camaro and approached Patrick's truck. After the Hispanic man walked away, Patrick said that was Tony. Tony then went over and talked to Nutty and Barron. Barron left with Tony in the Camaro. Patrick, however, denied seeing someone named Tony that night. Another witness, Jose Picano's testimony, was in accord with Patrick. Barron and Thomas left together in the blue Chevy Sprint. The story doesn't end here. Nutty and Patrick drove to the Spring Street home in separate cars. Nutty drove his new Mercedes 190E, which he parked in the driveway. Patrick drove his Chevy Blazer with Darius as his passenger and parked in the front of the house. Nutty, Patrick, and Darius stayed in front of the house drinking beer for about an hour, plotting about the lick that they were about to hit. They would all eventually make their way to the vacant upstairs apartment and continue to drink while smoking weed. At some point, Nutty received a page and made a call. Nutty would then tell Patrick that Barron wanted to come to the house to do the drug deal. In the meantime, Dino had arrived and joined the others in the upstairs apartment. About 10 minutes after Dino arrived, Barron and Thomas arrived in the blue Sprint. It was at this point that Nutty went outside to talk to them. Upon returning, Nutty told Patrick that they should go to Nutty's crib to get the guns and the fake cash. They left and returned as Barron and Thomas waited in their car parked outside. After nearly 2.5 hours of bullshitting, the lick was about to go down. Nutty, Patrick, Barron, and Thomas finally went to the upstairs apartment where Darius and Dino were waiting. Patrick entered the apartment first. Upon entering, he heard someone say, "Get down, don't nobody move." That someone was none other than Nutty, who pulled out a .38 caliber revolver. Patrick was also strapped with a .38 caliber handgun as Barron and Thomas lie on the floor. It was at this point that Nutty would take shoestrings out of his coat pocket and instructed the others to tie the victim's hands and feet as Darius went through their pockets and removed their wallets. From the way this story has been painted, Nutty has been drawn out as the ringleader. The planned Jack move is still going down. Nutty propped up Barron, who was now bound against one of the walls, with his feet in front of him and his hand behind his back. Nutty put the .38 caliber revolver up to Barron's face, demanding the 3 birds of yayo. It was at this point that Nutty would tell Darius to move the car, which was parked in front of the Spring Street home, in case the victim's homies came looking for them. Nutty wasn't fucking around, as he would tell Barron to call his homies on the phone and tell them that all of the money was there, warning him not to speak Spanish. Kneeling and holding his gun, Nutty dialed the phone and held the receiver up to Barron's ear. Barron, scared for his life, told Nutty that the phone was not making a connection.
That was the wrong thing right there. Told him, you said the phone ain't working? Fuck that.
Still holding his gun, Nutty brought the phone down and started redialing the number. As Nutty was dialing, his gun discharged, shooting Barron in the chest. Nutty then got up off his knees, walked over to Thomas, who was lying bound on the floor across the room, and shot him twice in the head. Nutty then walked back over to Barron and shot him in the head once. After the shootings, Nutty, Patrick, and Dino went to the backyard, where they waited for Darius to return from moving the victim's car. Having no idea what to do next, Nutty proposed moving the bodies. Patrick moved the Blazer from the street into the garage of the Spring Street home, closing the garage doors behind him. All 4 of them worked to move the dead bodies of Barron and Thomas into the back of the Blazer. In a poor attempt at getting rid of evidence, Darius unsuccessfully attempted to clean up some of the blood on the garage floor by throwing a bucket of water on it. Anxious to make a move, Nutty and the others were ready to drive off with the bodies, but out of nowhere, Dino yelled out a warning that the police were coming. About 20 to 30 minutes had elapsed between the shootings and the arrival of the police. Nutty and the 3 others fled, leaving the Blazer with the victims' bodies in the back seat, where police would discover them. George Brad Williams, aka Nutty, was convicted of the 1990 slayings of 2 Los Angeles men who were to sell him several bricks of yayo, per Deputy District Attorney Kevin McCormick. He was scheduled to be sentenced by Judge Madge Wakai in Compton. The District Attorney's Office sought the death penalty because George Williams had been involved in violent incidents since he was a teen. For the most part, you can look at the history of a gang member and figure out what happened, where things went wrong. However, for George Williams, this was not the case. George came from a very wealthy family, had a loving mother and father, and was given every possible opportunity to succeed in life. George's attorney, Ronald Lemieux, stated in court that he intended to file a motion for a new trial. Authorities said that in January of 1990, George Williams and 3 other gang members planned to steal drugs from Jack Barron and Willie Thomas. According to the DA, George and his partners cut up pages from a telephone book, wrapping them in paper bags that they were going to pass off as bundles of cash. During trial, witnesses testified that George's gun accidentally went off, striking one of the victims in the chest. Afraid that any survivors would testify, George allegedly shot both men point blank in the head. Then thereafter, George and his homies robbed the dead men and stole their car. George's homies are serving life sentences for their roles in the shooting. In 1991, a Los Angeles County jury found George Brett Williams, aka Big Nutty, guilty of 2 first-degree murders and found true the special circumstance allegations of multiple murders, and that the murders were committed while Nutty was engaged in the commission or attempted commission of a robbery. The jury further found Nutty guilty of 2 counts of second-degree robbery and found true that Nutty personally used a firearm in the commission of the felony offenses. After the penalty phase, the jury returned a verdict of death. Trial court denied Nutty's motion for a new trial and for modification of the penalty and sentenced him to death. Despite Nutty being convicted and as being the mastermind and orchestrator of this double murder, could it all just be karma? Although Nutty was sentenced to death, the streets of LA would tell a different story, one that consists of sad hopping and snitching. According to actual Rolling 60 members, Nutty was only part of the gang for a very short time, 5 to 6 months to be exact, before he snitched on damn near the entire hood. Word on the streets is that Nutty is the most legendary snitch in the history of the 60s. In fact, before being put on, members are given a briefing about Nutty, as well as given a strict warning not to be like him.
Daddy got put on. His daddy was from the hood like 5 months before he turned in the whole neighborhood. He the greatest snitch of all time from 60s. I'm talking about as soon as you get put on 60s, they gonna talk about the nigga daddy. Hey, you don't want to be this guy. The nigga daddy was in protective custody. I got the paperwork, copies of it. Nigga daddy was in protective custody before he turned to hood and all type of shit. You know what I mean? All type of shit.
OG Cartoon from 53rd Street Avalon Crips at one point took to his YouTube channel to run an app about having a beef with Nutty.
Man, I'm back again, man. This is a story with me, the homie Crazy Ray. And a guy by the name of Nutty. You know, me and his father had an issue back in the day. Anyway, so now, when the dude pull up and go to whoop, he kind of woofing at Ray. Now you already know, homie, in my heart, that's a no-no. That was a no-no off the rip. So boom, 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 boom. Ray immediately draw down. Boom. So when Ray draw down on Slim, I'm next to him. The dude Nutty from 60s, he draw down. So when he draw down, I draw down on him.
To further add insult to injury, Monty B will speak on the fake Loose Cannons Pop Wow on the No Jumper podcast.
Termaine and Jermaine, they brother. They twin brothers. They dad, the snitch. He's from Athens Park Bloods. He's from Hoover, Far Now Hoover.
Wait, what?
And then he's from Rolling 60s Crip. Like
dad turf hop 3 times?
Bro, listen.
Radio. Get to the bottom of this here, guys.
Sweetie! Bro, all Rolling 60 Crips. Nigga, listen. His dad was from Athens Park Bloods to Far Night Hoover to Rolling 60 Crip. He's a notorious snitch. He took people down. It's like it lines up with their behavior. Like they you know what I'm saying? Like how you go all these hoods and you snitch on people and then, bro, Sweetie!
This dude is just like his daddy. This dude, Loose Cannon. This dude is a rat. He told on Big U. He told on mine.
George Nutty Williams, aka Loose Cannon's dad.
His daddy's lied on so many people. 4 different people got him life sentence.
Little Eddie Boy ended up getting convicted of. And this is when the name George Williams comes into play.
Devil from 5'9" who that he told on lost his bike brother in the penitentiary because this dude's daddy, Loose Cannon's daddy, Nutty, lied on that man, got that man a lifetime because he was a high powered rat informant.
There was a $25,000 reward for anyone that could solve that case.
And I'm telling you, bro, these informants, they will make up shit on you and they will lie on you just because they can get that bag, bro.
Danny was supposed to reach out to yesterday. So this audio right here apparently is an audio that has been being stripped off the internet. We went on Clubhouse to get it. To get the link from Clubhouse so we can have the original copy without the, these niggas in it, the Ray Gibb nigga in it. And it's nowhere to be found. And then on some of these other YouTube channels that once had it, it's no longer up. He still has it. This is from a year ago. And this is when Wack brought Rose and SKG and Loose Cannon and 600 all to the app to talk, to go in on Big U, right? That's what this is right here. And she was saying basically like there's a reason why, you know, they've been trying to take this off the internet. They've been trying to get it off the internet. So I'm just playing it for the people to see if we can find them gems in it of why this audio is so important to be snatched down. You feel me? Let's get it.
I didn't eat for about 5 days one time, 600. I told you that. But I got that paperwork that he was working with that program. Nigga, I couldn't eat for damn that 5 days.
And we know he lying right there because unless the nigga don't know how to read paperwork, but salute to Deuce Sims because they damn sure got the dumb nigga for 3,000 because he don't know how to read paperwork. But we seen in the indictment again. I hate to stress it, but that was one of the biggest problems and the biggest reasons why they did what they did right now, because he wouldn't cooperate, and they want to put somebody in there that will cooperate. So your stomach was turning because of what now? What had your stomach turning was you thought you had something, you had nothing. You had a big ass nothing burger. So you had to find a way to twist it and bend it to fit your narrative because your working ass been trying to get them. That's what had your stomach hurting.
Nigga, I was motherfucking ghetto boys, mind playing tricks on you, staring, peeking out the window. I knew they was coming. I said, oh, I know this nigga. I know he gonna give me up. But I thought about it. Giving me up, giving himself up. What's up, Six?
I said a lot of niggas fell back off the program. Because a lot of people, whether they try to hear it or they didn't know about it.
He said, Wack said that I know that he's gonna give me up. So did Wack feel that Big U was gonna turn state evidence on him?
When they saw my video, they called me. They said, man, I fell back off that shit. My homies East Coast fell back off that shit. The homies Mobile fell back off that shit. They said, man, niggas be on the phone, they text and everything. But look, let me introduce the big homie, Lil Ross, man. He online, man.
Let's do it.
Hey, so how y'all, what's happening? What y'all doing? What's up, man?
Talking about the GRIP program.
It's your boy Lil Ross, Westside Rolling 60s, man. I'm on 10th Ave. With a million scripts to deal. I got a dog in this motherfucking fight in a minute, you know?
Yo, Ross, hey, listen, man. Hey, one thing I know is I didn't heard the name, but they don't say it too loud and they don't say it too much. And usually when that happens on your side of the track, I know what that means. But end of the day, you say you got a dog in the fight, man. Shit, we all got one because we all been hoodwinked, tricked. Nigga was manipulated.
The snack heard around the world.
Now that we woke, we trying to wake everybody up and save a few other motherfuckers from getting twisted. So talk to us, man.
I mean, you know, they ain't gonna really pop a nigga name because I used to dress up on Halloween. You know what I mean? So, you know, the nigga ain't gonna really be popping. But, you know, like, nigga, I just went down for a hot one. This is like in 2019, right? I'm speedy traveling. I'm on my way to speedy travel. And one of the nigga artists named Baby RS, a little nigga that used to be from Hoover, this nigga drop a motherfucking song about my motherfucking case. He narrating my case. Postponed me for 7 months.
Oh, so they used the song. The police got the song and used it against you.
Used it against me. Talking about, you know what I mean? You know, it's supposed to be in a fight and all this whole shit. The nigga narrated my case, man, to make the nigga tap off and feed off the time served. It's manslaughter.
Is that true? Big U got an artist that narrated Rose's case that got him locked up, and somehow he's saying that Big U had him do that or intentionally had him. I'm confused at what Rose is talking about right now. Is that true? Can somebody tell me in the comment section, did that indeed happen?
I have not heard this record.
You might have to beat
I have
that.
to see this.
If I got time served, you know I did.
You get for sure you did. Damn sure you right. So this dude was signed to Big U, so that means Big U hurt you.
So he blamed Big U for putting out a record against him that narrated an actual crime. Allegedly. This is Rose.
And he allowed it. You goddamn right, because
he had to put the something out. Score game with Yui. With Yui the mayor. Score game mayor.
Who was that?
Yui is his sick. I'm heartbroken.
How big? How 600 don't know?
You know what I mean? And it's like with snitches. Swanee snitched all in my paperwork.
600 ain't from Rolling 60.
I didn't even know you have so many community leaders, anonymous community leaders in my paperwork.
What? Wait. Cowboy is in your work, and then a lot of his community leaders that's up under development offices in that thing is in your work?
It just say community leaders. How many fucking community leaders is running around in this motherfucker? How many community leaders we got?
Yeah, all of them coming from that development office. That's the only nigga with a program.
And you know what's so diabolical about this audio from a year ago, knowing what we know now? These dudes is purposely throwing smut and lies and deceit on a program that was designed to actually help keep our community safe, to be a bridge between us and the police by dealing with our people without having to deal directly with the police, because our people have been conditioned to never trust them under no circumstances. And that's not to say that we have all cops out here bad, because that's not what I'm saying at all, and most of my brothers is not saying. But it's hard to distinguish which ones is good and bad, because the way that they use their procedures is all, you know, aggressive, over the top. So you don't know, you know. And they are helping destroy a program that really was helping in LA. It was really helping the community. Because Big U was really helping the community. He wasn't just sitting there collecting a check. The man was helping his community. That's a fact. That's not a theory. That's not what I think. That's what I know. And I'm not from LA. I'm from Compton. That's LA business. But the truth is the truth. No, he ain't perfect. But he did a damn good job running that program and doing for the people over there in that community. And these dudes right here help run a narrative to put dirt and hinder that program to where they may not even renew them contracts to do that program again because of what they did. And these niggas don't give a damn. Just the definition of sellouts. Every one of them. Every single one of these dudes is all sellouts. Hey, D Twins, what you sent me, is that the audio I already played, or is that new court information on Loose Cannon? Is that new? Or is that what I played from Seti Nash?
Graham over there, you right. You said Cowboy in your work too? He told me he got there. I'm like, come on, bro.
Oh, Cowboy giving the last statements of the victim.
Look, these niggas was hoes.
I'm on my way.
Right.
These niggas going through the club and music and everything on.
Yeah, but Wack, we ain't gonna let you forget how you was shaking like dice at a dice game in Wheeler, Texas when the police rode up on you. Had you nervous, shaking. You had a good look at their feet. You had that pressure. That we ain't gonna continue to say no names, but you know the names. Who put that pressure at you at that concert? Had you rubbing your eye and all type of shit. You invented and created an exit strategy. You off the front of the stage with $1 billion nigga.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he sent me that work on Cowboy last night.
Oh, let me know, D Twins, because we already played it. If it's that, I was gonna run it. I was probably the same.
You know what I mean, nigga? I'm trying to tell niggas, nigga, even motherfucking Google Maps warn you of a speed trap. I'm warning niggas.
Wack, can I say something?
And listen to this one. Listen to this girl right here, right? Let me tell you something about this chick, right? This shit is crazy. Let me be sophisticated as I always try to be. So this young lady gets dressed up, spiffy, had them things poking, and I ain't joking. Went on up here to Big U's event where it was a fundraiser, right? A business establishment. They all had business attire. She came with her business attire on. So that was professional, right? It was a professional environment and engagement. They were there to raise money. They were there to politic on a grand stage on a different level. This wasn't on the corner on the block by the gas station, by the liquor store, meet or at the park, right? This
talking about SKG, the girl that went bonkers on Big U right there. Wilding.
This is a business establishment. She said, you know what? I could have got at him yesterday because he in the hood every day. Big U was always in his hood doing for the community. If you really wanted to confront that man, you could have picked any day of the week. You could have put your hand in the hat and picked the day. And I guarantee he would have been there. Now, the time, I don't know. You have to, navigate that. But he would have been there if you really wanted to get that off your chest. But you said, no, I ain't going to do that because I got shit to do. But the night that they do that fundraiser, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to confront him. And when I do it, I'm going to call my good friend Wack 100, who I know is your direct enemy. That's Wack thing. Big U ain't even worried about it. Big U know what he is. Big U done with him. Nigga, y'all can't be at war if Big U moved on from you. He know what you is. Nigga, why would he want anything to do with you? You the feds, you protected. Ain't nothing he can really do to you. He about his business. He ain't even thinking about you. You on the internet every single day running narratives on him. He ain't seeing really nothing about you at all. Period. That's the facts. Why Big U pride, you niggas is getting louder and louder and louder. But anyway, she said, let me pick up that phone and let me call him. And let me put him on FaceTime so when I go up here and address him because I need somebody to protect me. But it didn't sound like she was like she was the type of girl who needed protection or a dandle in distress because it sounded like she sounded more gangster than most of these niggas. You lucky we here. If I am my blower, I'll blow your ass back. God damn, that's something I seen in like Minister Society or something. That's what shit.
Yo, she did go in. She was, you lucky I have my blower and I'll blow your ass like, yo, right in front of the palm colored people. So what y'all niggas?
I hear old dog say in the car with the niggas with the homies. I ain't imagine to see no woman with them things poking out like that in a nice business attire dress to walk into that establishment and be talking like that with Wack 100 on FaceTime. You niggas think niggas is really stupid, and you stupid niggas who really fell for that need to be ashamed of themselves. The best thing Big U did for her was call them people. Because in a different settings and in a different person who can control they anger like he did, probably would have broke her goddamn neck. And she would have had it coming. And that's a fact. If it was me, and I had my cousins with me, sick her. Beat the brakes out of her. Smack her, do all that shit. Do the Watusi on her motherfucking ass. Are you serious? You come up here to this establishment. I'm raising money for these kids, for this program, for what I'm doing in these streets. I'm out here really doing the work. But you bring your trifling ass on up here, running a play for Whack 100. Then you niggas try to spin it because he did what he was supposed to do. Gang member or not, civilian or not, man, everything ain't black and white, and everything ain't those type of politics. That man did what he was supposed to do. You call them people. It's either that or you do something to her and you be sitting where you sitting at now. Him not doing it bought him at least a little bit more time to plan, plot, and strategize for the event that this shit may happen. Because he ain't no damn fool. That's why he told y'all it ain't over. Believe that. He knew it was coming. But in that moment, he did the right thing. This girl is grimy. Disgusting. I should see y'all tear her chats up every single chance y'all get. Letting her know about herself. And this nigga, he the one who put it all together. Again, the orchestrator. He the orchestrator of this indictment.
Yeah, 1 second. Wait, hold on 1 second. SAG, what's up? What's up, man? What you got to say?
And another thing is when they talk about development options, and this is where it's like black women are never protected. When I got beat up and I got jumped on, his director was there from development options. So it wasn't just Big U, it was also Bear Claw.
Oh, where have we heard that name from? Bear Claw. Damn, that name sound familiar, y'all. Y'all tell me in the chat where y'all heard this name from. Let's go.
And I never.
Oh, he's one of the community leaders.
Yeah, and the whole thing, and it was like you seen this man beat on me. Bear Claw was right there. They're the ones that locked me in a spot. And you seen him do all this to me. Bear Claw, you stood there and you didn't say anything, and you let this man beat on me and jump on me and lie on me and do all of that. And then you guys use developing options as a shadow for the BS that you do within the community and disrespecting not just me but other black women. Like, it's not right. It is really not right. And it can't be all of us saying this and all of us is lying. Like, it's not right.
Man, I'm in jail, man. Nigga, that shit, I've been dedicated to this shit all my life. I've been in the LP since I was 9 years old. In the
You made your choice. Nobody put a gun to your head and said, hey, you gonna join the gang, motherfucker. Now, she's from Rolling 60. She's a alleged cripette. So she talking about Big U summoned her to the hood to get a DP. Well, she said he jumped on her, allegedly.
Females get DP?
Hell yeah, they get DP'd if they get out of play. They get out of pocket. They get DP'd by other girls. That's from the set. What I heard is she got DP'd by 2 other girls or 3 other girls, something like that. I don't know about. Like, come on, bro. And then shout out to that girl Henny. She put her paperwork up. That incident she had put she had did a complaint or whatever, trying to file it, but then when it was time for her to show up in court, she didn't show up. She was talking big shit, like she was ready to put that nigga under the courts, but yeah, man. It's a lot of clout chasing, man. This is a whole nother level of clout chasing when it comes to this internet. Niggas putting live cases on, on the internet. Niggas talking about unalivings and shit like that for the world to hear and see, just for content that they call it. Shit is goofy as fuck. But man, what you got coming up next, man? You dropped a new banger. See what you got going. Yeah, let me check that out, man. We ain't gonna go into I didn't want to go that long, but I wanted to show some content for the folks, man. Give y'all update, man. Like, maybe that could be the reason why Loose Cannon is to act the way he does and going through what he is his girl. Is she really for him, or is this all a play strategy? Looks like she's just following what LUCE is telling her to do, right? So what we got? We got man, history reset. Monster built the church. What you talking about, bro? What we got here? I've seen this in a movie. You gotta do some explaining with this, folks. Let me put this banner up, man.
Bro, you know I don't even try to, because ain't nothing a 5-minute talk, my nigga. You gonna try to have me through a 30-minute video in 5 minutes, 3 words. I can't.
Nah, this is a 30-minute video. It's not that long. Well, can you give just a quick summary of what we talking about here?
It's just its own history, bro, and dealing with religion in a sense, you know.
Okay.
You know, names, and just taking a look at some interesting names in history.
For sure.
You had the time, definitely, but that ain't a small combo.
Yeah, it'll be like 30 more minutes, another half an hour. Which I mean, you know, but I wasn't trying to go that long. I don't know. You don't do too much stop and go. Yo, okay. I don't know. I'm gonna have to speed you up, man.
What's good? What's good, YouTube family? Monster built the church. I go by the name Pushy Push. Hello, it's my TikTok at
Yeah, it's fast.
Pushy.push. Definitely go over there and check out some of my short form videos. Also drop a like right here at Pushy Push on my YouTube. Definitely drop a like and subscribe, family. But let's get into this one right here. So I'm pretty much continuing from a couple videos that I've dropped. I've had this idea and a bit of my research that has given me a particular outlook when it comes to a history reset. So in my previous videos, I was showing how the elite, you know, the ones who mold our history, in my opinion, place their peers inside of our history, inside of the scriptures, inside of a lot of our fable stories. So I chose to come at this in a different manner. So I know that the picture looks pretty crazy right here, but it's going to make sense, you know. So I want to pose this in the form of a question or even a statement. You know, what if someone told you Monster built the church? How would that ring, you know, like inside of your head when you hear that? Monster built the church. Initially, I would expect a person to possibly feel offended, especially if they're deeply religious, if someone is telling them that a monster built the church. But this is the very thing about perception, about how we see things. So a lot of the information that we have in the year 2025 and that a lot of us grown up with is regurgitated, twisted information. And I'm going to show that right here. So you can see the monster character. He's definitely a monster. Has eyes on his hands. He's definitely a monster. But this is what I'm talking about right here. So this right here is in Dutch, but there's some English parts. So we're going to be looking at this blue area right here. It says the EN, so that's for English. It says monster equals monasterium, used for various religious buildings. Monster equals monasterium. What does that sound like to you when you hear that? Monster equals monasterium. See, I started this off by saying, what if someone told you Monster built a church? And you can see right here in English, it's saying monster equals monasterium. What this is essentially saying is that the original name for monasterium is monster. The original name for a monastery is monster. And that is something that we're going to look at, because this name goes from being the boogeyman in our time and in the medieval time being the actual family name and the name of buildings. So this is what I mean when I say like how the elite has placed their peers' names inside of history and how it gets regurgitated back to us in a different manner. So this is how we're going to look at this right here. But monster equals monasterium. So the original name for a monastery is monster. Going to the next one right here. This whole piece right here is written in Dutch, but on to the far right, it is translated in English right here. So we're going to look at this blue part at the top and then look at the translation right here on the right side. You look at the blue right there, it says monster, and then it says monasterium. The exact same thing, this didn't have the equal. This is telling you that the monastery, the name was originally monster. We today have a different outlook on that word monster. The word monster is connected to the boogeyman, you know, something that is horrific, something that goes around and attack people. And here in the Middle Ages, the original monster was the name of a monasterium right there. So we're going to look at this a little further. And this is the Dutch part. So this right here on the left is in Dutch, and on the right here is in English. So I'm going to read the right side right here. Something to look at. On the left, it says De Kerk. Do you know the name church in Dutch is Kerk or Kerke right there? So definitely something to look at. But it says the church, undisputedly, the main church of Behuist. I don't know how to say this word, Shielde, but Behuist in the late Middle Ages was known as monasterium. I want to read that again. The church, so the building, the church, undisputedly the main church. So the main church of this place that is in Europe, Behuist, in the late Middle Ages was known as a monasterium. The church was known as a monster. So their main church that's in Behuist was known as a monster in the Middle Ages. Today, what do we think a monster is? And that's what I was talking about in the beginning. I said, you know, what if someone told you monster built the church? You would get instantly offended, you know? And that's kind of like the thing with the last video. You know, I kind of felt people were instantly offended. But this is history right here. You know, it's not trying to disrespect the church. It's actually showing you that the original name for a monastery is monster. This was the main church. You see right here, monastery. So monster and monastery is the same word. So the place where monks are at. We can go back real quick right here. At the top of the blue right there, it says monk, M-O-N-K, monk, M-U-N-K. So this is the place where monks are at. That place was created by a family named Monster. That name right there, monastery, comes from the name monster. Monster has a different meaning for us today, though. And the name monastery is the same thing. It comes from the name monster. So when I say monster built the church, I am not being disrespectful to someone's religious point of view. It is actually history. You know, the question is if monster is the name of a church or the name of a monastery, how did it become the boogeyman for us today? You know, that is the thing to look at. But going to this a little further, you know, we're going to look at this bottom half where it says there is a great deal. It says there is a great deal of uncertainty over the origins of the name monster. It says it is possibly derived from the Latin monasterium, meaning monastery. See, the word monster and monastery is the same word. It goes on and says the name was also used for the ground that belonged to a monastery. So back in the days, in the ancient, or at least the Middle Ages, when you went to a monastery, they went to a monster. They literally said the word monster. It goes on further and says, another explanation was that monster was derived from the Old Dutch word monster, which meant, amongst others, big church. So in Dutch, the word monster meant big church, or in Dutch, the word monster also meant monastery. We have a different outlook on the name monster. You know, like this is pretty interesting right here. This is Monster, South Holland. right here. You can see at the bottom in the red, they call churches monster, you know. And I'm not saying that that is the boogeyman. We've been taught that that word is connected to negativity. And I'm simply showing that this name monster is connected to churches, it's connected to monasteries. And I'm about to show you that it's also a family name. So it's ultimately going to show that a family whose name is monster built churches and monasteries during the Middle Ages. Somehow 900 years later, the word monster is now associated with negativity, the boogeyman, something that goes around and attack people. So this is Monster right here. South Holland says Monster is a large village in the Dutch province of South Holland. It is an actual place. This is where, you know, things get interesting, because if I'm showing you Monster in the medieval time period as being, you know, a place that's in Denmark, you know, that the monasteries is named after and churches are named after, then what are we looking at right here on this can right here? Because this symbol right here is rooted in occultism. So it's rooted in religion. It's just what type of religion. And then the name monster itself. Is they talking about monster as in the boogeyman? What type of monster is they talking about? Because that symbol right here is inside of occultism. So we look at that name and we associate it to how we view it today. But when I look at that name, monster, I associate it to that family that built churches. And it makes me wonder, was this family involved in occultism? See, the elite has put this can.
Check out that symbol right there. Is that are you about to go into that? By the symbol after the O?
That is the straight up medieval occultic symbol. Some people be like it's another way of writing 666. You know, but you see the name on the can, and then when you see all the what I just showed, that in that name monster, that family, bro, is in 1066 AD. So when you see the name on the can, is they talking about the boogeyman or is they talking about a family? You know, where does the word monster come from? Yeah.
That's deep. Hey, yo, that was only 12 minutes, and let's see, we got about 10 more minutes, man. We gonna give y'all that 10 more minutes, man. Y'all go run over there to Pushy Push, man. YouTube and Pushy.Push on TikTok. You got more information, man, like this. This is real deep, and he just got started on this. Man, I know this is not done. He coming with series and shit.
Together has pushed this out for the public, and you know, no one really pays attention to the writing on there. But monster right there is the name of a family. It's the name of a monastery. All monasteries.
It's sad. It's crazy how they just have people just locked into this demonic ass shit, and from, you know, potions and all types of shit that they got society under this spell and shit.
Are actually originally called monster. It is the name of a church. So when you know that monster is the name of a church, and then you see that symbol, what are they saying right there? That's the difference when knowing about where these names come from. Like I was saying in the other video, I believe that they took their peers and they placed their names all throughout history. You know, monster might not have been something that everybody liked, and I'll show you why. You get right here. I had the luxury of watching this show when I was younger, but this show is like from the 60s. It's been around for a long time, but it says the Munsters, and it's with a U, so M-U-N-S-T-E-R, Munster. Now, when I look at this and what I know today, I see the wild men or hybrid people, and I see a female who is not as affected by the genes as the rest of the family right here. That's what the Munsters are to me. But again, this is the view that we got, that, you know, there are people out there who are different than everyone else. But I want to show you something right here. It says Munster. So M-U-N-S-T-E-R. Right there it says M-U-N-S-T-E-R, Munster. Munster. And if you look, it says German, and right underneath that, monster. Right under Munster, monster. So we talking about this is the same people. This is the same people. Munster and monster is the exact same thing. So what are they saying when they show you this right here? This name Munster has been around since the Middle Ages. The name monster has been around since the Middle Ages. The name monster is associated with building churches and monasteries. So we're talking about a whole 800-900 years later, and now monster is associated to what I would call the wild people. And now on everyday products, you have this word monster, and it's associated to occultism. The name monster is not a boogeyman name. That name used to build churches. That name is the name of a monastery. And now it's on a can that has what I believe occultic symbols on there. So it makes me wonder, you know, when you're bringing history all together, what are they saying about the word monster? This family that built churches, were they really monsters? Were they really wild people? Were they these type of people that built churches? So we'll look at this right here. It says, where is, you know, my last name from? Monster. There's 3 like countries that have this name: the Netherlands, Denmark, and Germany. So we go back here. This was the one in Germany, Munster. Munster and monster is the same name. It's the same family. It says, where is my last name from? Monster. So monster is a family name. Monster is people who built churches. Now the question is, what type of people are they? Are they really monsters? Are they really wild men? You know, it's funny that they would take a name from the Middle Ages and attach it to a show, and it looks like this. Or they take the word monster and then put it on a can like this. And we look at this as everyday product, not realizing that this name comes from the Middle Ages. And this is all done by elite. This is not done by common people right here. This is like almost like a Hollywood way of rethrowing something back at you, and you don't know what you're looking at. You don't know what you're involving yourself with, because we don't know the history of anything. This name monster is a church. It is a monastery. And it's odd that the name Munster and monster is the same thing, and they got a family, you know. But there is a real family out there, monster. There is a real family out there. Just wonder if they're wild men, you know. But it says right here, monster family crest. And this is the reason why I wondered if they were wild men. I'm not gonna lie. It says the monster family crest refers to the coat of arms or family crest associated with the surname monster, which can be traced back to Old French monstre, meaning monster or marvel, and could symbolize strength or uniqueness. The word monster has a meaning of marvel. The word monster has a meaning of marvel, has the meaning of strength, has the meaning of uniqueness. When you think about a monster in our time is strong. A monster in our time is unique, and it is something you would marvel at. This definitely makes me think of like the X-Men, you know, like you're dealing with monsters. But, you know, that is just the definition that they have right there for this monster, the monster family crest. Right here, just to touch back on it, you know, it's in English, monster equals monastery. So this family, this monster family, which can be Munster if it's in German, it's the exact same family. And this family has built churches, has built monasteries. Go back just real quick. It says right here on this bottom piece, there's a great deal of uncertainty over the origin of the name monster. It probably derives from Latin monasterium, meaning monastery. The word monster was the original name for monastery. So when you say monster, you're saying monastery. That is, and they made these buildings. They built these buildings. It says the name was also used for the ground that belonged to a monastery. Another explanation was monster was derived from the Old Dutch word monster, which meant, amongst other, big church. So when I say did Monster build the church? We're talking about a family who ruled during the Middle Ages and obviously had enough power to where, you know, they had a village behind them. Like if you look at the top, just going in, you know, it's got some words I can't really pronounce, but it says in the 13th century, a great deal of the Wesleyan, LUCE, and the DIGG were administered by Monster. So we're talking about a place that had so much power that it was involved with the DIGG. You know, it says when the DIGG came to be constructed, a split was made in the DIGG and half of Lunston. It says the later village was separated from Monster in 1812. So we're talking about this place, Monster, which was made by this family, you know, just started having separations in 1812. So we're talking about something that existed for a long time. A family name. Now, all the monasteries are named after them. And that's why I said, you know, you could easily take offense. Somebody tells you Monster, you know, built the church. And it's true. A family named Monster who had immense power enough to be involved with the DIGG built monasteries and built churches. And now in our time, when we see the word monster, that is how we see it. So this is the reason why it's offensive, you know, just like the very first picture I showed. This is the reason why monster is offensive. But I'm saying this is deeper than being offensive. This is the name of the monastery. This is the name of the family. They also call Monster Big Church. So this is the name of a church. So when you look at this, this is a cultic symbol with a church name on it. Monster is a church and they have an occultic symbol. And it makes me wonder, like, was something satanic with the families who was building churches with the name Monster? Was the original tent, was it occultic? Was it even Jesus based, you know? And that's why I said it was just awfully odd. You know, I thought nothing of the show when I was younger, but when you start putting pieces together, you have a can that says Monster, and Monster is associated with a church and occultism. That's what it shows on the can. And then I'm showing you Monster as in the show, and they have them looking like wild people. But these are real names. Monster and Munster right here are the same thing. So you have a identity twist, you know. I don't understand how you can take someone's name from the Middle Ages and give it a whole new meaning, you know, 800 years later. This will almost look like a reset. And if that's the case, then when I see this can, I feel like, you know, hidden knowledge is being thrown in my face. And because I think Monster the Boogeyman, I would never get this. This is the name of a church. This is the name of a family. This is the name of a monastery. Monster is the original name. And they are saying that this church is connected to occultism. It could be definitely a rough stretch with the Munsters, you know, but I do wild man studies, and I do sit and show in a lot of videos that I believe that another bloodline or some type of hybrid line took over the power structure of the world, you know. So it makes me wonder, you know, it definitely can be a stretch. But when you look right here and you see Monster and then Monster, and they're both the same, well, are they monsters? Are they monsters? That's pretty wild right there. And like I said, this is not to offend anyone, you know. History is just not going to go the way that we like it to be, you know. And I personally think a lot of the historians are on the bad side of history. You know, I don't think that we're getting the full truths. I can do other shows right here where I can show you the name church is actually the name of a deity. I can show you where the word Bible is also the name of a word of a deity. But me saying both those things, that church is the name of a deity and Bible is the name of a deity, are things that would definitely offend a super religious person. So I felt like I had to make this video right here to show that it does exist. You know, things have parallel meanings. Like in the Middle Ages, it once meant something, and now in our times, it means something else. Does the meaning of it change? Like, you know, for our time period, is it more important? Or does the originality of the word, does that have importance? And to an elite person, to a Illuminati person, this is throwing history up in your face. This is telling you something in a form of advertisement. Like I said, you would look at this as the boogeyman, but I'm showing you this is the name of a church. This is the name of a family that built a church. This is the name of a family that built monasteries. Monasteries is literally what's called monster in the beginning. And this can is saying that this whole thing, this church, is occulted. They're literally saying it right there.
Right.
So I'm gonna let that sit right there, family. You know, I'm gonna definitely drop another video. I'm looking at, you know, because I was going to do the Psalms Manozer, but I really felt like I had to do this right here to kind of prove it that even the name church is it carries a name of what's today considered to be a negative name, you know. So I don't know if Monster or the family Monster were bad people in the Middle Ages, but this makes me feel that way. So
yo, that was off the chain, man. Make sure y'all go check out Pushy Push. Go to pushy.push on TikTok. Make sure you strap your thicky cap on, bring your notepad, pen, take some notes. Check out the show. Yeah, I like that one. Check out the show. Come up here, ask questions, you know what I'm saying? Definitely open mind to that, everybody. We're going to get up out of here, man. Y'all check us out on the next show. Keep your notifications. I don't know when we're going to come back. You know it's going to always be some crazy shit on YouTube to give our reactions to. Salute to everybody, man. Gone.
Yeah.
What up, world? This is Grammy music producer Ryan Ghost Bowser, rocking it out with First Fam West Radio. And your man is Mr. Illustrator. And on the ones and twos, we got Crazy D. Spin that, man.
Quarter bit right now, and that's just on the face. Sell it all right now, it all be gone today. Hey, the customer service, we don't make them wait. Hey, we constantly service, click and him play.
Before we go, man, make sure y'all know this live is brought to you by Fast Eddie 420, man. Y'all in the Inland Empire area, come check us out, man. Look us up on IG. That's Fast 80 420. Got the best smoke, best flower in the area. We out.
We constantly serving, click and him play. Hey, man, I just stay down and stay out the way. Hey, I just got some pounds and I got some yay. Hey, real niggas around, you look out of place. Get a quarter bit right now, and that just on the face. Hey, sell it all right now, it'll be gone today. Hey, good customer service, we don't make them wait. Hey, we constantly serving, big and hammer play. Hey, we constantly serving, big and hammer play. I come from the bottom, I say with a tray. Got a switch like a Carter, he just wanna bang. Hey, I just want the paper, I don't wanna hang. Hey, that boy that met the world, now he's up to pain. Hey, I just met your girl, she left with a stranger. Hey, soon we shot it up, she knew I was gangster. Hey, I don't take no threats, on no ultimatum. Hey, if you talking chop, you talking my language. Cop sip, hit half liter of the raw. Big earner, but I used to be an underdog. Don't keep 100, that's why I don't fuck with y'all. You come try to strike, you gon' get a gutter ball. Losing all my fucking life, I can't take another loss. Grinding all winter, and I don't take the summer off. Putting us to make a half brick, do a somersault. He's special, he just fuck around and run 100 up, add it up. I'm a real nigga, just to sum it up. You can't be with me, little homie, you ain't done enough. Hey, Joey, can you throw me something? No, not at all. But if you cop folk, I might take 100 off. So this ass headbanger, get some Tylenol. You get pulled when you leave here, and I am not involved. Put the bands around my neck to make it freeze up. If my grandma was here to see me, she say Jesus. She was busy see me with that money and she freed up. Miss me with that little boy Larry shit, I ain't no peon. Blood on the way, damn it took him a Eon. For a price, I need something we can agree on. Put a brick in a cripple cross face, fuck it up. Tryna cook it, nigga, that's an all base. You push it always, hitting plays always. Giving out quarters like a motherfucking arcade. Listen to your pockets, nigga, fuck with your heart say. Yeah, I keep that fire on my fucking dark days. Me and my pistol will never part ways. Me and my pistol will never part ways. I just stay down and stay out the way. I just got some pounds and I got some yeah. Real niggas around, you look out of place. Quarter brick right now and that's just on the face. Sell it all right now and I'll be gone today. Good customer service, we don't make them wait. We constantly serving, big and don't play. We constantly serving, big and don't play.
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.